Have you ever looked at a brilliant, well-funded product and just wondered why it suddenly failed? Well, it turns out the answer usually isn't a bad idea or even bad execution. It's something much deeper. Today, we're going to dive into the hidden forces that really determine if you succeed or fail when you introduce something new into the world. This is the question that keeps innovators and leaders up at night. You've got a great team, you've got a solid budget, and you're pretty sure you have a game-changing product. So why does it so often just fall flat? The reason is usually something nobody was even looking for. And this gets right to the heart of it. Failure almost never comes from bad intentions. It comes from a blind spot, a failure to see the whole complex system your product is about to crash into. It's a problem of perspective, not a problem of purpose.
Okay, so let's talk about that blind spot. This is what we call the hidden failure point. It's the simple reality that every single launch, no matter how big or small, sets off a chain reaction that goes way beyond what you can immediately see or control.
Think about it. In today's hyper-connected world, nothing, and I mean nothing, exists in a vacuum. Your new app doesn't just go to a customer. It hits your entire supply chain, it puts a strain on your data infrastructure, it even has social and environmental ripple effects. It's like throwing a stone in a pond, and most companies are only watching that first tiny splash. So why don't we see all those other ripples? Well, the answer is baked into how our organizations are built. We work in silos. Each department is laser-focused on its own little piece of the puzzle, but the world your product is entering, that's one singular, interconnected system. I mean, you've seen this, right? The product team is obsessed with features. The tech team is worried about the platform. Finance is just running the numbers on cost and revenue. Marketing's out there chasing leads. Everyone is doing their job, and they're probably doing it really well, but nobody is responsible for seeing the whole picture. It's the classic story of everyone describing a different part of the elephant. And the consequences of seeing things in these fragments, they're huge. You get these hidden dependencies where a tiny marketing change creates a massive cybersecurity risk. You see supplier relationships just crumble under some new unforeseen pressure. This isn't just a list of things that might go wrong. This is literally the roadmap for how well-intentioned launches turn into absolute long-term disasters. And here's the crucial shift in thinking. These aren't just execution issues. They're not little bumps in the road you can fix later. They are fundamental design flaws baked right into your product from day one, all because the full system was never even considered. So how do we fix this? How do we actually break out of that silo trap? Well, we need a new way to see, a new lens. And that lens is a discipline called value system analysis. It's all about seeing the entire ecosystem before you make a move. Okay, that's a mouthful, so let's break it down. A value system isn't just your supply chain or your customers. It's everything, the whole shebang. For a new ride-sharing app, its value system includes the drivers and riders, sure, but it also includes city traffic laws, data privacy regulations, the economic impact on public transit, everything. It is the complete map of every single one of those ripple effects. And let's be really clear here. This kind of analysis isn't about stopping innovation or wrapping it up in red tape. It's about making innovation smarter. The goal is to launch with precision, to take responsibility for the impact you're going to have, and to build something that's actually resilient enough to survive in the real, messy world. The real power here is about gaining strategic foresight. It's about finding those hidden connections and those unseen consequences before you've committed millions of dollars and put your company's reputation on the line. And honestly, this has never been more critical. In the age of AI and massive digital transformations, these chain reactions aren't just happening anymore. They're happening faster and at a scale we've never seen before. An AI-powered service can create systemic risks across your entire data ecosystem in a blink, if you haven't mapped out the value system first. So what does this analysis actually give you? It gives you a true 360-degree view. You suddenly see the stress on your internal systems, whether your people are actually ready for this change, the new cyber vulnerabilities you're about to create, and the real, long-term financial costs. It's like a complete pre-flight check for your entire enterprise. But ultimately, adopting this is way more than just a new process. It really represents a fundamental shift in leadership. It's about changing the very questions we ask before we decide to launch anything new into the world. I want you to think about that for a second. You're not just selling a widget anymore.
You are actively intervening in a complex, living system. Your launch is an action, and that action is absolutely going to have reactions all across the ecosystem. The only question is whether or not you've prepared for them.
The organizations that get this right, they're the ones that are going to thrive in the future. They'll be defined not by how fast they move, but by how wisely they act. They see the whole system. They design for resilience right from the start, and they get that sustainable profit is aligned with the health of the entire ecosystem. So what this all boils down to is a choice. It's a choice between focusing only on short-term product success and ensuring the long-term stability and health of your entire ecosystem. One of those is a gamble, the other is a strategy for enduring success. And that's the question I really want to leave you with. When you're thinking about your next project, your next big idea, that next big launch, ask yourself this: are you just shipping a product, or are you consciously and responsibly intervening in a complex global system? Because the answer to that question will define your success.